Hi everybody, welcome to Greystone Carving Studio. My name's Henry. This week, or today, we're going to introduce you to some tools. And we're kind of gonna, over the weeks, we're gonna introduce you to some different kit, slightly more in depth than the overview we had. And we're gonna work from the kind of beginning of the process to the end of the process, I suppose, of carving. And these are carving chisels. I was looking at masonry chisels earlier. These are carving chisels, and we're going to look at the point and the punch. So the punch is also a masonry chisel. A carving point is a very, very ancient chisel. When Tam and I went to Rome, I do this thing of looking behind sculptures to see the tooling of the roughing out behind these amazing marble sculptures you get to find in the museums, and it was beautiful. The point work, the work that they were using behind it, and the lane discipline, we call it lane discipline, the lines in the back of the stone that they used, and they were drawing with this. They were removing large amounts of material, and they were drawing lines with this bit of kit. So this is a point. This is purely carbon tool steel. It's carbon steel. Forgotten which one. C something or other. And it's so it doesn't have any tungsten. It's sharp, very sharply pointed, because it's a limestone for a native limestone. It's for native limestone. A marble point is much more is a much more kind of obtuse angle. It's kind of like that because it's a harder material, generally speaking, unless you get it out of the ground really quickly. So this is for removing kind of large amounts of material, for getting to the surface, so getting between the block and where you want to go. So, for example, if you're carving in the round, you want to get close to the material. You want to get kind of within 5-10 mil of the surface of where you want to get this final sculpture, and this is the tool to do it with. So, and to use it, you need a hammer, a mallet, or This is too light for this. You can get kilo dummies. This is a dummy. You can get kilo dummies, and that would probably work with this, or a carving hammer, which is usually about 750 grams, 800 grams to a kilo, and that would be. But I'm going to use it with this lump hammer, and I've got my safety glasses on. And what you're doing is you're kind of one of the problems with seeing into a piece of material is if you've got a flat surface, it's very difficult to see into it. So I'm going to just remove, start drawing and remove the surface of the material with this. And again, you're using the weight of this rather than any power. And I'm using my biceps, keeping my elbow in, and the chisel, I'm sitting on my ring, where my ring finger is, closing my fingers around it, turning over, and I'm putting my thumb on top. Might be, it's if you go around like that. If you go around, if you're looking at it, I'm not sure I can do that. Maybe we can find a way of doing that from your point of view. So basically, there, put my fingers around it, turn it over, and my thumb on top. You can hold it like that, but the tendency is to grip it too hard, and you just want to be holding it because you don't want to restrict the power that's going, the kinetic energy that's going through the chisel. And you will find as you begin to learn this, or when you get tired, you will hold on to this tighter and tighter, and it become less and less effective. So what you're doing, what we do is we're picking this bit of kit up, and then you're just guiding it down onto the top. And this structure is really important. You want to maintain maintain this structure. So Now I'm chasing this around the banker a bit. So Tam, could you grab me a couple of sandbags, please? Thank you. So, you know, I'm happy. I mean, the other way of dealing with this is have a bigger bit of stone. Thanks. Thank you. A bigger bit of stone. I'm chasing it around the bench. So all I'm doing is taking the top 5 to 7 mil off the surface of the material. Oh, and I've had to change gear a bit because this is a bit of Ancaster and it's quite soft, or softer than the bit of Portland that I was using earlier. So I want to be working across my body. You want to be, temptation is to work away because it feels safer. You can see where the hammer's going, but you're really restricted in the way that you know, there's no power, there's no weight. So and there's got to be this feeling of swing in the movement. So there's a beginning. Now that's just kind of removing the surface. Now if you want to draw with it, you maintain this structure and then move your body around the stone. So you can push through the stone and remove quite a lot of material at once. I think that's the beginning. It's really difficult because you need to get your hands on this kit and play with it, because describing it's one thing and showing it to you one thing, but it really is in the feel and the feedback you get back from the material. You're not just imposing. You can't just impose your will on a stone. You need to respond to it as well. You need, it gives you information all the time. Cheers.